Pituitary gland is known as master endocrine glands that control the other endocrine glands, but it is in turn controlled by hypothalamus. Okay, another thing. When we speak about a pituitary, actually pituitary is the master gland. Why it is called so? Because it controls the activity of other endocrine glands such as thyroid, adrenal gland, testes, ovary, like that. So, since it control other endocrine gland, it is called master gland. So, here is the question is, though endocrine pituitary is master gland, this master gland and control other endocrine gland, this master gland itself controlled by hypothalamus. Hypothalamus contain a group of neurosecretory cells. It produces neurotransmitters which regulate the secretion of the pituitary. Okay. So, here hypothalamus which contain a group of neurosecretory cells. This neurosecretory cells secrete or produce neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters regulate the secretion of pituitary. So, the hormones produced by the hypothalamus act either as a releasing hormone or as a inhibitory hormone. In the basal region of the brain, hypothalamic hypophyseal portal blood vessels connect hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. So, the blood vessels which connect hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary is hypothalamic hypophyseal portal blood vessels which connect both hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. It allows hypothalamic hormones to control anterior pituitary secretion. The posterior pituitary also connected with hypothalamus by nerve bundle. Actually, anterior pituitary connected to the hypothalamus by blood vessels, but the posterior pituitary connected with hypothalamus by a nerve bundle, and the name of nerve bundle is hypothalamic hypophyseal axis. It produces nerve signal that control the posterior pituitary secretion. Through nerve signal, posterior pituitary secretion is controlled. Hypothalamus maintains homeostasis, blood pressure, body temperature, cardio and fluid electrolyte balance of the body. As the part of limbic system, it influences various emotional responses also. So, in pituitary gland or hypophysis, the pituitary gland is ovoid in shape, located in the sella turcica, a bony cavity of the sphenoid bone at the base of brain, and connected to the hypothalamus region of the brain by a stalk called infundibulum. Hope these you people could understand. And about its size, its diameter is 0.5 gm, sorry, it's 1 centimeter in diameter, and its weight is 0.5 gram only. Imagine such a small one, but it control other endocrine glands. Other endocrine glands control all the activities of our body. So, its control, it can simply if we speak, pituitary is 0.5 gram in weight, though it's 0.5 gram at very tiny one, which control the whole body parts more or less. The pituitary consists of two lobes. One is anterior lobe called adenohypophysis, another one is posterior one, neurohypophysis. Anterior lobe originate from the embryonic invagination of pharyngeal epithelium called Rathke's pouch. Posterior lobe is originate from the base of the brain as an outgrowth of hypothalamus. Anatomically, the adenohypophysis has three lobes or zones, namely pars intermedia, pars distalis, pars tuberalis. The neurohypophysis, otherwise known as pars nervosa. Okay, children, these all you people easily understand. And please go through the tablet column and its secretion. You see various hormones secreted by the hypothalamic region or pituitary gland and their secretion. See, thyrotrophin releasing hormone which stimulate the secretion of thyroid stimulating hormone, and gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulate the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone. Corticotropin releasing hormone stimulate the secretion of ACTH, that is adrenocortico stimulating trophic hormone. Then growth hormone which stimulate the secretion of growth hormone release. Then prolactin releasing hormone stimulate the secretion of prolactin. Luteinizing hormone releasing hormone stimulate the secretion of luteinizing hormone. Then MSH releasing hormone stimulate the secretion of MSH. Growth hormone inhibiting hormone, and which inhibit the secretion, and prolactin inhibiting hormone inhibit the secretion of prolactin. MSH inhibiting hormone inhibit the secretion of MSH. That's it. Then the anterior lobe of pituitary secrete 6 trophic hormones such as growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotrophic hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, luteotrophic hormone, and melanocyte stimulating hormone, which is the expansion of MSH, which is only in the lower, it is present only in the lower animals. Then posterior lobe secrete only 2 hormones, namely vasopressin and oxytocin, right? And let's see about the hormones of adenohypophysis one by one. Growth hormone, actually you could follow this. Pituitary, the endocrine gland are of different types. In that pituitary diameter is 1 centimeter, weight 0.5, and it is called master gland, and it consists of 2 region, anterior posterior region, adenohypophysis, neurohypophysis respectively. And now we are going to, then adenohypophysis secrete 6 hormones, neurohypophysis secrete 2 hormones. Let's see about the hormones and its actions of adenohypophysis. Growth hormone, it is also known as somatotrophic hormone or somatotrophin. It is a peptide hormone. Growth hormone promotes growth of all the tissues and metabolic process of the body. It influences the metabolism of carbohydrate, protein, lipid, and increase the rate of protein biosynthesis in the cell. It stimulates the chondrogenesis, that is formation of cartilage, osteogenesis, formation of bone, helps in the retention of minerals like nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, sodium, etc. in the body. And GH increase the release of fatty acid from the adipose tissue and decrease the rate of glucose utilization for energy by the cell. Usually, you know children, in the subcutaneous regions, fats are stored in the adipose tissue. This hormone, that is growth hormone, make use of this fat to release energy instead of releasing energy from the glucose. Thus, it conserves the glucose for glucose dependent tissues such as the brain. And thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotrophin, TSH, otherwise called as thyroid stimulating hormone, is a glycoprotein hormone that is made up of glycoprotein, and stimulate the thyroid gland to secrete triiodothyronine and thyroxine. TSH secretion is regulated by negative feedback mechanism. It releases from the anterior pituitary, is induced by the thyrotrophin releasing hormone. When thyroxine level in the blood increases, TRH, that is thyrotrophin releasing hormone, act on both pituitary and hypothalamus to inhibit TSH secretion. That's it. So that means எப்போ வந்துட்டு thyroxine hormone secrete ஆகணுமோ அப்போ வந்து இந்த thyroid stimulating hormone act on the hypothalamus and pituitary, and pituitary send the stimuli to the thyroid hormone to secrete, thyroid gland to secrete thyroxine hormone. If it is goes beyond its level of secretion, immediately the inhibiting message again go to hypothalamus, pituitary respectively, and it inhibit the secretion of thyroid. Okay. And next one is adrenocorticotrophic hormone. It is otherwise called ACTH. It is a peptide hormone that stimulates the adrenal cortex to secrete glucocorticoid and mineralocorticoid. Actually children, adrenal gland, which is endocrine gland, which is located on the top of the kidney, and it is divided in 2 regions. One is outer cortex, inner medulla region. This outer cortex region is controlled by a hormone called adrenocorticotrophic hormone, and this adrenal cortex secrete glucocorticoid hormone as well as mineralocorticoid hormone. It stimulates melanin synthesis in melanocytes, induces the release of fatty acids from adipose tissues, and stimulates insulin secretion also. ACTH secretion is regulated by negative feedback mechanism. What is mean by negative feedback mechanism? It is nothing but when the level of secretion in the blood is low, and it is stimulated by the adrenal cortex to release. when its secretion more in the blood, and it's inhibited by the adrenal gland to stop to its secretion. Okay, follicle stimulating hormone FSH is a glycoprotein hormone which regulate the functions of the gonads. Okay, the what are called gonads, testes and ovaries are called gonads. In males, FSH along with androgen, actually androgen is a male sex hormone, act on the germinal epithelium of seminiferous tubules and stimulate the production and release of sperm. Okay. In male, the sex organ is testis. The function of sex organ is production of sperm. The process of formation of sperm is called spermatogenesis. This is initiated and controlled by a hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. Same way, the same hormone in the female, that is follicle stimulating hormone in female, acts on the ovaries and brings about the development and maturation of Graafian follicles, right. Next one is luteinizing hormone. It's a glycoprotein hormone, also known as interstitial cell stimulating hormone. In males, this interstitial cell stimulating hormone acts on the interstitial cells of the testis to produce male sex hormone and testosterone. In female, this hormone along with LH, that is luteinizing hormone, and FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, matures the ovarian follicles, and LH independently induces ovulation, maintains the corpus luteum and promotes synthesis and release of ovarian hormones. FSH and LH are collectively referred as what? Gonadotrophin. Please underline it. Name the gonadotrophin hormones FSH and LH, because these two hormones induces and maintain the functions of gonads such as testis and ovary. It is called gonadotrophins. FSH and LH are not produced during childhood. The secretion of FSH and LH starts only during pre-pubertal period. Next, luteotrophic hormone. Luteotrophic hormone is also called as luteotrophin or lactogenic hormone, or prolactin or mammotrophin. It is the other names of luteotrophic hormone. It is a protein hormone which stimulates milk secretion after the childbirth in females. High prolactin secretion during lactation suppresses LH secretion and ovulation, since it induces the corpus luteum, hence named as luteotrophic hormone. Next, hormones of neurohypophysis. Already I said it secretes only two hormones. One is vasopressin, another one is antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone is a peptide hormone which promotes reabsorption of water and electrolytes by distal tubules of nephron, and thereby reduces loss of water through urine. Hence it is called as antidiuretic hormone. About this I spoke with you when I was taking the excretion. Okay. So, in that chapter, if you go in the distal convoluted tubules, the ADH make a aquaporine on the walls of the tubules and reabsorb the water inside the tubules. This is done by what? Antidiuretic hormone secreted by what? Neurohypophysis. Hence it is called antidiuretic hormone. And it is also causes constriction of blood vessels when it is when released in large amount and increases blood pressure. And ADH deficiency causes a disease called diabetes insipidus, which induces the large production of large amount of urine. And oxytocin, which means what? Quick birth. It is a peptide hormone which stimulate vigorous contraction of the smooth muscles of uterus during childbirth and ejection of milk from the mammary gland. That is what it is called as what? Quick birth. Next is pineal gland, children. This I will discuss with you in my next class, children. And children, please next class I will teach about the regulation of hormonal mechanism and disorder of endocrine glands. I will teach. What you will do, please go through by yourself about pineal gland, thyroid gland will be easy only, parathyroid, thymus, and pancreas, adrenal, all. Suppose if you find any doubt, please immediately ping me in person or text me, okay children, because I want to finish up this lesson with my next class, and I will start with botany, right. So, this is the homework, that is go through the endocrine glands, their location, size, structure, function, deficiency disorders, all, okay. So, this you complete and keep. Next class I will discuss with what hormonal regulation, how hormones are regulated, okay, that I will discuss with you in my next class children. Bye children, I will get you in my next class. Bye.